Good morning, distinguished guests, speakers, and participants. On behalf of the organizing committee, we welcome you to the Future Deeptech Forum 2025 hosted by Turion Lab in collaboration with UGM Science Technopark and supported by Simple Planet, SNS Lab, Biopharma Indonesia, and GIK UGM. We are delighted to welcome all of you joining us today, both in person and virtually from across Southeast Asia and Korea. To our on-site attendees, please come inside and please be seated. And to our online participants, kindly ensure your microphone remain muted. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, may I kindly invite everyone, all participants, to stand for the national anthem of Indonesia Raya. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to GIK Universitas Gadjah Mada, and we welcome you to the Future Deeptech Forum 2025. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Ladies and gentlemen, this Future Deeptech Forum 2025, hosted by Turion Lab in collaboration with UGM Science Technopark and supported by Simple Planet, SNS Lab, Biopharma Indonesia, and GIK UGM. Today, we gather under a shared vision. What if your research could help and hunger? And what if Deeptech could turn a simple experiment into a global breakthrough? In a rapidly changing world marked by climate shocks, rising populations, and nutritional inequality, biotechnology and Deeptech offer powerful and timely solutions. From lab-grown proteins to nature-based innovations, these scientific advances are redefining how we feed and sustain both people and the planet. This forum brings together a diverse group of leaders, researchers, innovations, and students from across Southeast Asia and Korea. It is a platform designed to foster collaboration, connect academia with industry, and drive a science to impact ecosystem that is inclusive and transformative. So, we are honored to be joined today by a distinguished group of guests and speakers who are participating online. Please welcome Honorable Ms. Cazadira Fediva Tamzil, Interim Executive Director, Pijar Foundation. Good morning and thank you for joining online, Ms. Tamzil. And we also welcome Dr. Dominic Jong, CEO, Simple Planet and SNS Lab. Honorable Mr. Alvin, Director of SNS Lab Asia Pacific. Honorable Dr. Rati Asmananingrum, Head of the Research Center for Genetic Engineering, Research Professor, National Research and Innovation Agency atau BRIN. And ladies and gentlemen, we also extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guests who are joining us inside. Please welcome Dr. Hargo Utomo. Please stand. Director of Business Development of Universitas Gadjah Mada. Please give a big applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, thank you so very much for your welcoming here. And we also welcome Professor Sri Raharjo, Head of Center for Food and Nutrition Studies at Universitas Gadjah Mada. Good morning, Sugeng Rawuh. Terima kasih sudah hadir di sini. We also welcome Professor Sangkompiang Wirawan, Head of Intellectual Property Management Office of Universitas Gadjah Mada. Yeah, good morning. Thank you, Prof. Kompiang. And also we welcome all of you here. Thank you so very much. We will begin our agenda today. We are pleased to invite Dr. Hargo Utomo, Director of Business Development at Universitas Gadjah Mada, to deliver a welcoming remarks, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, distinguished guests, speakers, colleagues from Universitas Gadjah Mada, and colleagues from NUS, from South Korea. On behalf of Universitas Gadjah Mada, we welcome you all here at the Universitas Gadjah Mada and the forum of what we called our future Deeptech forums, focusing on, of course, biotech. We are glad today that we do have opportunity to collaborate with you all from Pijar Foundations, SNS Club, SNS Lab, of course, with full team, I guess, in here. Colleague from Pusat Studi here, Prof. Sri Arjo, Prof. Alfa, Pak Abdul Rahman, and colleague from Pusat Studi Study Centers. And all of scientists from biotech, of course, as well as students, UGM, and in Southeast Asia, I guess. We are very happy to have a great opportunity today to get in touch with and collaborate, of course, with the aim to find out the potential and implement the biotech technology for futures humanities. As well as for the excellence of science itself. So on behalf of Universitas Gadjah Mada, in collaboration with partners, we are very happy to have this event. In conjunction with today's, it's a National Awakening Days. It's coincidence with the national, what we call achievement in Indonesia. So we do hope that this event will open up our opportunities to collaborate and make strong collaborations to be, lead in the biotech and the future's innovations. And we do hope that it is a fruitful meeting and fruitful result for the sake of the humanity, for the sake of the nations, and for the sake of our, human life. Biotech is one of the futures area that we are concerned of. And the biggest challenge is how to bring the innovation from lab into the markets, into the societies, with the affordable price, as well as with the impact, socially, economically, and of course, long-lasting for our society. So thank you for all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your participations. We do hope that it's a good and fruitful event for all of us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Hargo Utomo, for your warm welcoming remarks. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, next we welcome Ms. Cazadira Fediva Tamzil, Interim Executive Director of Pijar Foundation, who will deliver her opening remarks and officially launch the Future Deeptech Forum 2025.
Thank you very much. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Allow me to begin by extending a warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Pijar Foundation. It is an honor for all of us to gather here at the heart of Universitas Gadjah Mada for the Future Deeptech Forum 2025, a forum that we hope will serve as an important step towards strengthening Indonesia's biotechnology system. Let me extend our gratitude to our esteemed partners and guests, Dr. Hargo Utomo, M.B.A., Director of Business Development at Universitas Gadjah Mada, Profesor Dr. Insinyur Sri Raharjo MSc, Head of Pusat Studi Pangan dan Gizi Universitas Gadjah Mada, Dr. Dominic Jong, CEO of Simple Planet and SNS Lab, Dr. Alvin Ng, Director of SNS Lab Asia Pacific, and Dr. Ratih Asmananingrum, MSc, Head of the Research Center for Genetic Engineering from BRIN. Of course, we would also like to welcome all of you distinguished leaders, innovators, researchers, and students from all across Indonesia, Southeast Asia, and also South Korea, including those who are joining us virtually. Thank you for being a part of this great initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, at Pijar Foundation, our focus is on shaping a better future for our talent and our planet, not just for our current generation, but also for our future generation. And we see that deep technology is a key driver of change that will help safeguard our future. And today, in collaboration with UGM, we are here to discuss one of its most promising fields, biotechnology. Biotechnology goes beyond a laboratory. Biotechnology is fast becoming an engine of global transformation. Biotechnology shapes how we grow our food, how we treat diseases, how we build climate-resilient societies. Almost everywhere we look, biotechnology innovation is reshaping every aspect of our future. Yet, despite this immense potential, Indonesia's biotech ecosystem still faces major bottlenecks: siloed research, limited talent pipelines, and also a persistent gap between science and industry, as pointed out by Dr. Hargo. This is the heart of why we are bringing forth the Future Deeptech Forum 2025. And Pijar Foundation is very proud to support this initiative alongside UGM. This forum is part of our broader initiative to accelerate science and sustainability-based solutions, not just accelerating them in laboratories, but also bringing them to market at a good availability and at accessible prices. Our goal is to help bridge research and real-world application, and our goal is also to support cross-sectoral collaborations that deep tech development truly needs. We believe that deep tech should be accessible and inclusive, not just for scientists, but also for young talent, entrepreneurs, policymakers, and communities. Last but not least, through this forum, we aim to create a platform where innovation are connected to practical opportunities, where research from top Indonesian universities and research institutions can translate into real-world solutions that serve the needs of both our industry and also our society. We hope that this event will be more than just a discussion, but we invite all of you here to collaborate across disciplines, regions, and generations. We invite all of you here to collectively strengthen our biotech ecosystem from precision agriculture to bio-based materials to alternative proteins to precision medicine. And last but not least, we also invite all of you to collectively invest in a future that is more sustainable, resilient, and inclusive. Once again, we welcome all of you to Future Deeptech Forum 2025, and we thank Universitas Gadjah Mada for partnering with us on this forum, and we call upon all of us to move forward together. Thank you, everyone, for this great opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Tamzil, for your very insightful remarks. Ms. Cazadira Fediva Tamzil, Interim Executive Director of Pijar Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, next program will be a photo session, so we kindly invite all speakers and moderator and also our special invitees, Dr. Hargo Utomo, Professor Sri Raharjo, and Professor Sangkompiang, and other VIP guests to move forward. The photo session will be divided into two sessions. The first session will be the speakers, moderator, and VIP person. Please stand on the stage in front of the table, please. Yeah. And facing the audience. And the next session, the next photo session will be with all audience here. So our special invitees will facing the backdrop. So we'll start the photo session. First, please give the smile to the camera. All of the participants Zoom meeting will join with you. And also Ms. Tamzil, thank you so very much. Okay, 3, 2, 1, capture. Please flanking your right hand together like this. Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, capture. UGM Science symbol maybe? Okay, that's right. Okay. One thumb up and 3 fingers like this. Okay. 3, 2, 1, capture. Thank you so very much. All VIP guests, please move maybe just 4 steps ahead, and facing the backdrop. We will have photo session with the all audience. So please, all participants, please stand up. Bapak Ibu, hadirin sekalian, kita akan ada sesi foto bersama dengan para peserta. Silakan kami mohon untuk berdiri. Mohon untuk mengisi kursi-kursi yang kosong di depan agar semua kamera yang mengambil gambar bisa terisi penuh ya. Silahkan boleh dapat berpindah sesaat di depan kursi terdepan ya. Yang sisi mana nih ya, sisi utara ya. Boleh berpindah sebentar untuk pengambilan gambar ini. Ya, kami mohon berkenan, silahkan Bapak Ibu yang mungkin yang di belakang boleh berpindah sebentar ke depan karena ini sudah penuh terisi. Yang belakang sini agak terkesan kosong ya. Baik, tapi tidak apa-apa kalau tidak berkenan, kita akan siapkan. Untuk yang pertama boleh gaya formal dulu ya Bapak Ibu ya, gaya formal dulu. 3, 2, 1, capture. Lanjut ke flanking the hand, the right hand please together. Okay, we'll capture 3, 2, 1. Then last sign symbol, UGM mengakar kuat menjulang tinggi. Ya, 3, 2, 1, capture. Tepuk tangan untuk kita semuanya. Ladies and gentlemen, so thank you very much for your enthusiasm to have the photo group session together. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to begin our main program. Our moderator for today's sessions is Mr. Leo Redetenu. Leo Redetenu is a passionate professional in entrepreneurship, innovation, and education. He holds a bachelor's in development economics from Universitas Erlangga and a master's in management and entrepreneurship from Cranfield University. With over 8 years of experience, currently he is senior innovation and advisory at Future Lestari by Pijar Foundation, driving innovation, ecosystems, and business growth in Southeast Asia and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome our moderator this morning program, Mr. Leo Redetenu, Senior Innovation Advisory, Future Lestari. Next, we hand over this session to Mr. Leo. Your time, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you and good morning, everyone. It's a good pleasure and honor for me to welcome you all here in the Future Deeptech 2025. And we will begin our session with two main bigger sessions. And the first session, the journey of novel foods from innovation to your plate. In this session, we will explore how advanced microbiology, food technology, and biotechnology are transforming the food landscape from laboratory research to scalable market-ready solution. And I just want to reminder to all the participants online, if you are joining online, please feel free to submit your questions through the Q&A feature on Zoom. And for those joining on site with me here, we will also open the floor for the direct questions during the sessions. Okay, so now we will start with the first session. I just let myself to be seated. And the first session, it's a pleasure for me to introduce Prof. Dr. Insinyur Sri Raharjo, M.A., Head of PSPG at Universitas Gadjah Mada. Yeah. Thank you, Prof. And before we start, I just want to introduce Prof. Sri more detail. Prof. Dr. Insinyur Sri Harjo, M.A. is the head of the Center Food and Nutrition Student, ya Pak, PSPG, PG at Universitas Gadjah Mada, Indonesia. He earned his bachelor degree from the Faculty of Agricultural Technology at Universitas Gadjah Mada and continued his graduate studies earning both master and doctoral degrees from the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition at Colorado State University, USA, Pak. He also completed postdoctoral research in the Department of Animal Science at the same university. And Prof. Sri Raharjo's research interest center on the role of antioxidants in improving food quality and in promoting human health. And he is now currently focused research on exploring the function of antioxidant compounds in maintaining food integrity and their potential in mitigating oxidative stress-related health issue. It's kind of complicated for me because I'm not expert on science, Bapak, but I will give you the time to explain more detail. And yeah, now please welcome Prof. Sri Raharjo will be present in 20 minutes, and we will have like 10 minutes for Q&A. Please giving applause.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I feel honored to present with you the journey to the innovation, especially to produce some of the novel food. Yeah? And I am as a head of the Center of Food and Nutrition Studies in Universitas Gadjah Mada, is the home of researchers who actively doing research, especially on probiotic. And I will share with you some of it. And let's start with my presentation. Next slide, please. I would like to cover 4 items here. The first one is I would like to share why consumers are choosing the novel food, what are the drivers behind it. And then I will move on how the demographic changes recently, especially in Indonesia, and how the dynamic of the market development in healthy food in Indonesia. And then I would like to present some of our innovation, especially on using the probiotics. And then I will conclude my presentation with how we can learn the success and failures from other experience on innovation. Yeah. Next slide, please. First, we would like to understand how the consumers choose novel foods, because the term novel food sometimes perceived as something unfamiliar or strange even. So in that case, it can create barriers for acceptance. But for some of the consumers who really are motivated by health conscious or health awareness, they are the one who, among the first responders, yeah, who will willing to try the novel food when presented to them. And the second thing is, when the consumer recently raising issues on sustainability, try to minimize the effect on the environment, especially reducing the emission, how we can produce the new novel food with less damage to the environment. That would provide some incentive for the consumers. And then also the ethical concerns. Some of these activists, they think that when we eat meat, it involves with torturing animals. Yeah. So in that case, some of the innovation has been directed to use less live animals to generate protein. And then another driver, of course, even though it is on the bottom part, it could be the most important thing. When it's the innovation meet to the market, then the consumer will determine whether it's want to buy or not based on their price, yeah, the affordability. Next slide. I would like to share with you these demographic changes in Indonesia in the last 10 years, from 2015 to this year's. We have approximately 21 million citizens with age of 50 and older. And that's 21 million is quite a big potential customers for health motivated novel food. Yeah. So this one of the reason why we should care about or directed our innovation to cater the need of this aging citizen. Next. I will share with you the two examples, the type of food which is still show some increased sales even though in economical difficult condition. Yeah, one of them is the on milk-based dairy product. Yeah, this is just example that those customers with 50 years or older are really demand the availability of products which can provide benefit for their health. For example, the source of calcium is quite obvious, and then also some bioactive substances in this milk-based product. And it shows increasing sales, yeah, especially in those with less fat content. Yeah. Next. Not only for the elderly, yeah, but also for the adult, maybe 30 years or above, who really love to consume this sport drink category. It seems that the increase in sales reflecting their expectation to get some health benefit from, especially from the beverage. Yeah, there is a sport drink or even the coconut water, which is considered to be natural, and also isotonic water, so the highest increase in sales. So the trend is there. Next. Yeah, next slide. Then I would like to share with you the stages for the development of novel food in our centers. Yeah. Of course, most of our work is focused on doing research. Yeah, and that's the brainchild of innovation. And at the same time, we are focusing on developing a probiotic using a local culture. Yeah? And then we move on making some prototype and product testing, yeah, to get information or respond from the potential customer or consumers, how the taste or the flavors or sensory properties of our new product, so that we can move forward with scaling up for the production. But before our partners agree to make in large quantities, we have to settle with the regulatory issues. Yeah? We have to settle with the requirement from the National Agency for Food Controls and also for the halal certification, especially. It's become mandatory. Yeah? And then after all this settled down, our partners can move forward with the commercialization. And we, at the end, ultimately, we hope that the consumer will accept our new novel food product. Yeah? Next slide. Our main project team is on food and health in the Center of Food Science and Nutrition Studies. Yeah? And we also we are focusing on probiotic-based food, yeah, and supplement, which is becoming more popular here. And also, at the same time, meeting the public awareness on the availability of healthy food. Yeah. Unfortunately, most of the probiotic commercialized around us here mostly come from imported sources. Therefore, we need to expose and utilize our indigenous cultures, which has quite strong probiotic properties. Yeah? And then with that, we move forward to develop some probiotic containing food that's ready to be introduced to the market. Next slide. I will show you 4 items, yeah, for the product. The first one is, we call it the probiotic plant-based cereal powder drink. Yeah? It's, the researcher here is Dr. Jian. It already has, it's already registered as for patent application. And the advantage of this powder drink containing probiotic is that it is plant-based, yeah, which is not using the dairy product. And then it's also contain the local probiotic, the Lactobacillus plantarum, especially the AD13 is the local culture that we maintain. Yeah, and we try to conform with the regulation from the PPOM, and it's already market tested, yeah, and it shows some positive response among the potential consumers. And the second one is on the probiotic spirulina jelly candy. It's a candy. It's not the main food. Yeah. It's anyway. And the researcher here is Dr. Rini, and we partnering with PT Algae Park Indonesia Mandiri. And among the advantages that is this novel products made with locally sourced spirulina, and it's already sure for its safety and purity, and it's also contain a lot of essential vitamin and natural antioxidant. And the presence of the lactobacillus as a probiotic, it can boost the health of the gut. Yeah. And it is intended for kids because it's jelly candies. Yeah. Although the adult can also taste it. Okay, next slide. Yeah. The next one is the food supplement. This is the local multi-strain probiotic supplement. Yeah? And the researcher is Professor Endang Triswati Rahayu. It's already granted with simple patent. And the partners is the PT Royal Medica Link Pharma Lab. Yeah. And this is among the first local multi-strain probiotic supplement in Indonesia. Most of the commercialized probiotic is only single strain. So Professor Endang already developed it with 3 strains at the same time. So the product is called to be as a multi-strain supplement. And the partners is PT Royal Medical Link Pharma Lab right now is under construction of establishing the factories and then continue with the production of this food supplement in Makassar. And then the next one is the organic cheese, yeah, with local probiotic. The investigator is Professor Tiasutami. It's already granted with simple patent, and the partner is PT Mazarat Loka Natura Indonesia. Yeah. And among the advantages of this particular cheese is this is made with organic local milk, yeah, which is safe and free from contaminants, and 100% natural cheese and enriched with probiotic. This is a healthy, nutritious snack, and it seems the consumers also like it. Okay, next slide. Okay, yeah. And this is the follow-up. What we have to do next, we need to move forward with the commercialization. So our business partners should take on this further. Yeah. Next slide. We also develop a delivery system, yeah, a carrier which can carry probiotic cells. It can be incorporated to any kind of food so that the probiotic cell can be protected during the processing. So in this case, we use the carrier to deliver bioactive substances like carotene and tocopherol, tocotrienol, yeah, not yet being used for probiotic delivery, but it has the potential. Next slide. Then I would like to end my presentation here with how we can learn from others' experience, either the success stories and the failures. For the success story, we can learn from these three novel food, yeah. The Beyond Meat, which is plant-based burgers. Among the ingredients of success is because it's really close to the properties of beef, and it's already have a strategic partnership with the fast food chain restaurant for dissemination. And then also it's part of the campaign here is sustainability, which is not using the live animal, so it use less water in the production and emission. And also the new Oatly, the reason for their success is because it has humorous campaign, because now enjoying the milk is not always rely on cows, but we can use oat. And it's perfectly a match with the growing numbers of coffee shop, yeah, and it's also friendly from to the environment, and also it's gaining broader market. And then the third one is on the impossible food. What make a success? Mainly is because it's using plant-based, yeah, but it delivers the appearance as a meat by adding the heme. You know, the heme iron is from the muscle from the meat. Yeah, can use it, and also join with the fast food restaurant for commercialization. Next slide. And then we need also to learn the failure for some of the project. One of them is the corn, which is mycoprotein, and it's have a quite problem in the because it has a rubbery and unappealing texture, so the consumer doesn't like it. And also, when some of the consumers try to consume it, they reported some digestive discomfort. Yeah, so that's make it not acceptable. And how they can improve the problem or solve the problem? They try to reformulate to deliver a better taste. The next one is they call it Soylent. Yeah, one of the problem is because it happened that there was a movie called Soylent Green, which providing a negative image. So we have to be very careful when assigning name of our invention, so that not being perceived negatively by the community, because of previously they already have the same term but for negative perception. And then the last one is the algae protein, yeah. And one of the problem here is because the consumer is not very familiar with the taste and flavor of algae protein. With this, I would like to sum up. Next slide, please. The takeaways for my presentation, that's if we want to deliver successful novel food, then we have to be sure that the taste should be acceptable, and of course it must be accessible, affordable, the prices, and it's supported by strong marketing strategies. And for the failure, what makes the failure mostly because the consumer have the first impression is not really good, yeah, and it's eventually it will create poor consumer understanding, and that's the ingredient for failures. With this, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Prof, for what a presentation for us. There's a lot of questions from online participants, but before we begin with online participants, can we have some participant here who wants to ask directly to Prof. Sri Harjo? Is there any question? Yeah, please. Please, for the microphone, wait a moment. Yeah. It's okay.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Yeah.
Before that, may I introduce myself? My name is Devilinda Fitri. I'm an English educator in International Islamic School. Also now I'm a student magister in Sunan Kalijaga State University. Now I will ask Prof. Sri Raharjo. I stayed in Jogja almost 1 year maybe, but I have an idea with my friends. I'm sell sambal in Indonesia. Yeah. The KO takeaways here is success from the taste, marketing, and accessibility. From the taste, I think that's enough for my consumer. For marketing, I have Instagram and TikTok. But now I have closed my TikTok and Instagram because there is no consumer. And then here I want to ask about how to menghidupkan kembali. That's my sambal. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other question? Maybe one more person? Okay, please. Okay.
Thank you for the time that's given to me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Valeria. I'm from Chemical Engineering Universitas Gadjah Mada. I will ask about the project theme about most probiotic-based product that Prof. Sri Raharjo said. That what is the concern with using imported or local probiotics in Indonesia, and how can local probiotics contribute of reducing reliance on imported products? Thank you.
Okay, the first one is asking about how to revitalize your business making or producing sambal, gitu ya. What kind of sambal? Okay, this is sambal teri or anchovies, yeah. And although it's quite far from the biotech, but in terms of novel product, it has something or shares something in common in terms of the problem. First is in order to be acceptable for the consumers, you need to know better or learn more how the consumers usually using your product in terms of sambal, how they use the sambal in their daily food that they eat. Yeah. So with that you can formulate your product complementary in terms of taste and maybe flavors. Yeah. That's the most important thing. And then secondly is how to present your product is accessible. I mean, it's easy to obtain. Yeah. I think it's when you stop your promotion using social media, I think that's have a negative effect because the potential customer is not aware about the presence of your product. So please be revitalized or come back again with your active promotion using social media so that the consumers can know better with the product and know how to get it from you. It's not an easy job, but you need to be patient to get the first responder, the first customers. Yeah. And the second question is on what is the importance of utilizing the local probiotic cultures instead of relying on the imported one. Yeah. As you know that until now, what we see in the probiotic containing product, even in the infant formula, which is maybe some probiotic also added over there, it's come from import. Yeah? Because domestically or in Indonesia, the research on developing the local culture is quite still limited. So if we don't want to do more serious work on this, utilizing the local culture, I think we never have opportunity to generate our or utilize our local, which is quite very much available. Yeah? Not only from the local traditional food. Yeah. We get the cultures that we use for many kind of probiotic containing product. We get the local culture from traditional food in Padang. I mean, in Padang, they have a traditional food made from milk, which is called dadi. Yeah, dadi. It's naturally fermented milk product. Yeah, and the researcher at that time isolate the culture. Yeah, and then they refine it and then make it more pure, and then we keep it still rejuvenated every time. So it has a strong potential. And some of the local companies also using as a starter culture for making yogurt and making any kind of probiotic. And just recently that we want to promote as a food supplement. Yeah, but it seemed that taking supplement in the form of viable cell is still considered to be strange by some of the consumers. That's the challenge. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the questions from on-site participants. We have a lot of questions, Pak, honestly, from the online participant, but I think I just will choose one. The questions related to in terms of regulation, Pak. From Wahyu Setra, if innovation is carried out but not supported by government regulation, sometimes it makes a product stop and the production system not yet marketing, Pak. How does Prof. Sri Raharjo respond on it, Pak? Thank you.
Yeah, we have a unique stories on that one. When we come up with probiotic supplement, when we want to do the commercialization with our business partners, it seems the existing regulation is still absent. So we talk to the BPOM, the Agency for the Food Control in Indonesia, and try to convince them the importance of formulating a new regulation that can be used for commercializing the food probiotic supplement. Yeah. Without the regulation, I think it is almost impossible to be marketed. So it takes time. We provide opportunity for the researcher and PPOM to learn and to see how we produce the probiotic in our pilot plant. With that experience, they have some data and information on how to regulate probiotic production. So that's part of the art, maybe, not fully scientific, because when we already come up with something that innovative or new invention, but the existing regulation, we cannot use it because it's not available. And then we have to do some extra works to educate and then to encourage the regulators to come up with the new regulation. As always, the regulation is always come later when compared to the new product. Yeah. I think that.
Thank you, Pak.
Yeah.
So the key is Food and Drug Agency Indonesia to be involved on this regulation, ya Pak. And then maybe the last, is there any last statement, Pak, from your side related to the novel food, Pak? Yeah, before we close the course.
Yeah, I think although we already come up with many novel food containing probiotics, it doesn't mean that all this product is acceptable by the consumers. So right now we have pilot production making mozzarella cheese and making the yogurt and also ice cream, but maybe only twice a week the operation, because if we do it every day, the off-takers is not quite sufficient. The buyers is not that many yet. Yeah, so it is quite a challenge for us to market it, our product. Yeah, that's why we need partners, business partners to do the commercialization. With this, I think I would like to end my response. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, and giving big applause for Professor Sri Raharjo. Thank you for the insightful presentation and the session, Prof. Yeah. And I think we move on to the second presenter. Yeah, maybe seated. Thank you, Prof. Okay, what an insightful session with Prof. Sri Harjo. Now we are moving on to Korea. Anyone love Korean drama here? Oh, wow, no one? Hargo ya? Me too, Bapak. Okay, now we now move on to our second speaker on this session. I will just introduce Dr. Dominic Jung first. Dr. Dominic Jung, CEO of Simple Planet and Science Lab, who is joining us virtual from Korea. Dr. Dominic Jung is the co-founder and CEO of Simple Planet, a pioneering startup developing sustainable cell-based food ingredients. And under his leadership, the company has enabled over 50 innovations and driven more than 100 million USD in sustainable investment. And with his strong passion for food tech, biotech, and startups, Dr. Dominic has founded 4 startups, including 3 successful exits. And about Dr. Dominic, he is also founding a partner at SNS Lab, a green bio focused on co-working and company builder, advancing innovation across the Asia Pacific region. And Dr. Dominic also holds a bachelor degree in biomedical engineering from Boston University and pursue doctoral studies and holds his PhD last year in biomedical engineering at Seoul National University. He is also gained international research experience as a research intern at Harvard Medical School for further strengthening his foundation in biomedical science. And beyond his venture, Dr. Dominic is also actively involved in building Southeast South Korea startup ecosystem through angel investing and strategic mentorship. And without any further ado, let's giving applause for Dr. Dominic Chong.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Everyone can hear.
Can you hear
Okay,
our voice?
okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yep, perfect. So very glad to be here, and thank you, Pijar and Lestari, about this session. And I'm very honored to represent my company. So my name is Dominic Jung, and I'm from Simple Planet and SNS Lab. So our company is trying to solve food problem globally. Before I jump into our introduction of our company, I would love to give brief introduction of myself. Next, please. So I study biomedical engineering in Boston University, and I study biochemical engineering in SNU. And my thesis for PhD was stem cell application. I spent some year in Harvard Med doing research. And after coming back to Korea, I was in pharmaceutical company working for 4 years. And I found few startups and also exit my previous startups. And I'm currently CEO of Simple Planet and SNS Lab. And I am the chairman of BFFIC committee. Next slide, please. So our company is trying to solve food problem. Next, please. Approximately 9% of global population are dying from hunger. Next, please. And 3.2 billion people are not provided with healthy food, suffering from malnutrition and undernutrition. Next. And every 3 seconds, we lose a life. Next. So with using our technology and our experience, our company is trying to set up sustainable food production system to create sustainable planets. Next. We are targeted for creating this mission under UN SDGs, and we are trying to solve the hunger problem and climate action and life on land. Next. So our company was founded in 2021, and currently our company is HQ in Korea, and we have secure investment about 10 million USD, and we have 9 applied patents with 6 registered patents. Next. What our company is doing, we are collecting the cell from animals, and we isolate the cell to produce cell line, and we produce produce protein and fat food ingredient from using bioreactors methods. Next. So we are not trying to create chicken nuggets or steaks, but we are trying to create a functional ingredients, including protein and fats, and protein for amino acids and fat for omega-3s. Next. So as I mentioned, our company is not trying to replace the meat itself. We are not trying to produce steak or chicken nuggets. Next. But we are trying to develop food ingredient that can go in or apply to food product. Next. So our core technology can be divided into 2 parts. The first one is we can produce the cell as a mass production scale with using bioreactors. And second technology is we can produce a cell with a very low cost. Next. Our current pilot production site is located in Korea, Seoul, and we are definitely looking forward to expand our production site to Indonesia. Next. So what we are producing is a two parts. The first one is cell-based protein, and second one is cell-based fat. Once we produce the protein as a paste type, we freeze dry those ingredients to get the powder form, and we extract the paste oil and paste fat to create an oil type of fats. Next. So when we compare with other protein sources, we found out that our protein has about 3 times more protein than beef, about 16 times more than milk protein, and about 6 times more than plant-based meat. And also fat ingredients, when we compare with beef, we have about 300 times concentrated omega-3s, and we have about 4 times more omega-3 than salmons. Next. Because we are a biotech company, we can control the differentiation stage of these cells. So we can stop differentiating the animal cell at the first stage of muscle cell. At the myoblast, we can stop differentiating the cell to produce proteins. What that means is once humans eat this kind of food product, we can digest more faster. So when we compare with beef, we have about less than 1/4 of time in digestive system. Next. So we have been collaborating with a lot of global, domestic and also global partners, including a lot of university in Korea and including a lot of university outside of Korea. Next. So we are producing paste type, powder type, and oil type, and we have done a lot of POCs with a lot of food conglomerates, including CJ, Purmo One, Nestle. Next. So what we have collaborated with food conglomerates, we have learned that our protein can apply to the product to increase the protein level. So let's say we add our protein powder into the instant noodle, the sauce. We can increase the protein by 4 times, and we can decrease the sodium by almost 60%. Next. And this is collaboration with food conglomerates. When we add our protein ingredients and lower the ground pork or ground beef of the original ingredients, and we can save a lot of cost, and we can increase the protein and decrease the sodium. Next. And not only collaboration with food conglomerate, we also collaborate with government and non-profit organization, including UN. So we are creating this another protein powder that can save a lot of people from the problem of hunger. Next. And we definitely wanted to apply our ingredient to food product, not only food product, but also beverage type and snack types. Next. And our recent partnership, we are definitely looking forward to expand to Southeast Asia so that we are collaborating with a lot of organization, corporates, and government side, including JFI, Chulalongkorn University in Thailand. Next. And other partners in Thailand, including DIPA, NFI, National Food Institute. Next. And a lot of partners in Indonesia, because we wanted to solve food issue in Indonesia by adapting our technology into the nation. Next. So we are learning a lot from Indonesian market, Indonesian partner, and we wanted to solve the food issue with our technology. Next. 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 Yep. So what we believe is that with our technology, we wanted to solve the food problem, so that we wanted to create sustainable planet, and we wanted to solve the food problem to save a lot of population that is suffering from food problems. Thank you so much. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dominic. Okay, so for the first question, is there any question from the on-site participant? And, or maybe just, yeah, I will give some minutes to think the questions. We will go directly to the online participant. And there is one question, Dr. Dominic, from the online participant, from Rizky Budi Saputro. From the data that I have read, Indonesians' consumption on meat are low, below the world's average. I was wondering what makes you think that expanding the facility in Indonesia would be beneficial to your company? Yep. Okay.
Because our company is not non-profit organization, we definitely wanted to create a revenue, generate revenue. By generating revenue means that we wanted to sell our product in North America or Korea or Japan or Singapore. But not only selling and creating revenue, but we also wanted to target our business model to non-profit purpose. So we definitely wanted to help Indonesian market to offer students or children somewhat better protein sources. Currently, protein sources highly concentrated ingredient is whey protein, but the whey protein's problem is that large portion of people cannot really digest the milk. So we believe by offering our technology into the market, we can bring another option for consumer or children to take another option of protein sources. So definitely we wanted to participate in Indonesian food government program, and we definitely wanted to participate and learn from the market.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your insight and your answer. And we are going to the next question. It's quite technical. How do we overcome usage of antibiotics during first biopsy, taking animal cell? I will repeat again. How do we overcome usage of antibiotics during first biopsy, taking animal cell? What mechanism to prevent antimicrobial resistance? Do you have any opinion about this?
So currently our company do not use any type of antibiotics in our production scales. We have successfully accomplished this method because our core technology, the second part, the reduction of the cost, we have been developed our cell media. This media does not contain FDF or any type of antibiotics, but this media was developed through the food ingredients. So we are using the probiotic, prebiotic secretum, where it was used to grow the probiotic food material, and we are recycling the method. So by recycling, we can able to reduce not use of antibiotic in our process.
Okay, it's quite clear, I think, from our side. And maybe from participant from the room, is there any questions? Oh my God, there's a lot of questions. Yay. Okay, maybe, yeah, first, yeah, but silakan. Introduce yourself and quick questions.
Thank you for time. My name is Ayu from the University of Yogyakarta. Thank you, Mr. Dominic. I want to ask about what is the strategy to biotech encourage adoption at the micro levels as MSMS or in the Indonesia call of UMKM. Should it include probiotic in there? And because of for small scale, do not have partners such as factories, yes, made on home scale. And the point of I asked is, what is the strategy for adopt in the micro level?
Okay.
Yes.
What is the product? Sorry, can you explain?
Like a tempe or jamu.
Tempe. Okay.
Yes.
Tempe.
Or and what any product what can we adopt in micro level?
Okay.
Despite of tempe or and jamu.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Dominic, do you have any in mind what kind of product that maybe we can sell in the
Yes.
micro level?
Micro levels.
Not only tempe and jamu, yeah. Do you have any in mind, maybe based on your experience?
And what is the strategy?
And what is the strategy
Yes. To micro level?
to micro level?
Because not have partner kan in factories.
Oh, okay. I got the point.
Yes.
So how we include MSME into the progress of biotechnology innovation and production?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Dom, do you have any? Dr. Dom, do you have any opinion about this? How can we include micro, small, medium enterprise into the progress of the biotechnology and the production? What kind of strategy that we can do as a MSME? Yeah.
I'm not sure if I understand the question right, but my answer to the question that I understand is because once we wanted to develop something from using or developing technology, this technology can happen to be the first technology that ever be developed. But most of the time, it is actually combined of existing technologies. So what I believe is that allocating the right technology and existing technology to create something better for the market or for our planet is the key to the success, I believe. So I believe the good technology is always divided into very micro technologies. So it is very necessary for the company to adapt smaller, like micro type of technology and combine. So for our company, the method of collaborating a lot of micro technology, micro level of product things is that doing the government grant. So we are doing a lot of government grant in Korea and Switzerland, and we are collaborating with Universitas Lab, and we are collaborating with smaller companies, or we are collaborating with big corporates to actually bring all the necessary technology into one ground. Am I understanding the question right?
The question, so the first is like technology, it's important. And the second is like the key of success is collaboration. So you can start collaborate with university or is the same researcher or any network that you have maybe. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Second question and the last, yeah, please.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Maybe introduce myself. My name is Rom. I'm from Faculty of Biology, Universitas Gadjah Mada, and actually I'm interested in the biotechnology, and coincidentally, my thesis focus in Yogyakarta. That's one of the microalgae species in Indonesia. And for the question, currently animal cells culture technology is rapidly advancing as a solution for producing high quality and more sustainable food. And on the other hand, microalgae are also known as their high nutritional content, and certain species have been used in culture media of supplement to support the animal cell growth. And in your opinion, is there any potential for synergy between the microalgae and animal cell cultures technology in creating more efficient and nutritious food products? And what can we as students and young researchers do to contribute the development of such innovation collaborate in Indonesia especially? And how you can apply the animal culture in Indonesia that most of Indonesian people is Muslim? Maybe it's my question. Thank you for the opportunity.
Is it quite clear, Dr. Dominic? Okay. Thank you.
So right now, in the big trend is to collaborate with cell technology with green bio. What that means is we are collaborating with the cell technology into the food-related technology. And microalgae is a very big collaboration sector that we are currently doing. So in our company, we are using microalgae to create a scaffold or like the formation or the shape of whatever product that we wanted to build. And we culture the cell within the microalgae or the scaffold that is developed from the microalgae. So I believe that collaboration or using the technology coming from microalgae is another good potential sector that can be developed. And I believe there's going to be a lot of brand new technology that can initiate. So, yep. And the second question is about the Muslim population, because we believe that halal is very important and Muslim population are currently growing really fast. So our company, we definitely not target to develop pork, but we definitely wanted to concentrate our technology into chicken and duck and different type of the species that can be found in ocean. So we are selectively choose which species to concentrate. So the priority is a chicken.
Okay, I think it's quite clear, right? Okay, thank you, Dr. Dom. And maybe for the final, do you have final question related to the topic of novel foods to the audience online and offline here in Yogyakarta? Hello, Dr. Dom, maybe do you have final statement for your session? Do you have final statement for your session?
No, I'm very thankful to this opportunity, and I'm happy to speak. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we are waiting you to come to Indonesia again, especially Yogyakarta. Thank you. Giving round of applause for Dr. Dominic.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Mr. Leo, for moderating the session. Please give a big applause to Mr. Leo. And thank you all speakers. Thank you, Mr. Dominic Jeong and Professor Sri Raharjo. Ladies and gentlemen, now we kindly invite speakers to proceed back to stage. Professor Sri Raharjo, please move forward again to the stage as we will have a special session. We kindly invite Mr. Leo as Senior Innovation and Advisory Future Lestari by Pijar Foundation to deliver a token of appreciation to the speaker. Once again, we very thanks to the speaker, Professor Sri Raharjo, and we give a big applause to the speaker once again. And please, Professor Sangkompiang, to witness this session, and we kindly invite you to move forward on stage. Professor Sangkompiang. Okay. And we'll have the photo session with the speaker and the head of IPMO. And Prof. Kompiang will deliver a special bag to Professor Sri Raharjo. Special goodie bag from UGM to Professor Sri Raharjo as the speaker for the Future Deeptech Forum 2025. Thank you so very much, Professor Sri Raharjo, for your very insightful as a speaker, and also we thankful to Mr. Dominic to this special session. Okay, then the next session, we hand over again to Mr. Leo.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what an insightful presentation from the first session. We learned a lot related to novel foods. And maybe today, and the second session, we are going quite wider conversation where we want to know, or maybe I will say also quite more detail related to biotechnology. And there are two speakers who will join us virtually today. Okay, so let's just begin the session 2 related to biotechnology. The future is now. In this session, we will be learning how biotechnology is driving innovations in agriculture, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. As before, I just want to remind, please feel free to submit questions for online participants via Zoom or ask directly for participants here in the room with me. Okay, so without any further ado, I'm going next to our speaker, Mr. Alvin. I just want to introduce him first. Mr. Alvin is a PhD trained biomedical scientist and innovation leader with a background in cancer biology, healthcare innovation, and venture building. He earned his PhD in cancer biology from the University of Melbourne with research at St. Vincent's Institute on osteosarcoma. He also holds postgraduate certificate in healthcare innovation from Harvard X. Mr. Alvin has led initiatives across biotech, startups, and venture capital, including roles as including a lot of experience and focusing on bioprocessing and cell therapy and early stage investments. And now he is currently director of Science Lab Asia Pacific and holds leadership roles at RMIT, Activator Capital Fund, and Simple Planet. With a unique blend of scientific expertise and commercialization strategy, Mr. Alvin drives biotech and venture innovation across the Asia Pacific region with a lot of experience. And now, please giving a round of applause for Mr. Alvin. Hi, Mr. Alvin. Can you hear my voice?
Yes,
Yeah.
very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Alvin. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be part of this great event. All right, maybe I'll kickstart my presentation. It is my greatest pleasure to get to present to you about biotechnology. The future is now. My name is Alvin. I'm one of the directors looking after the Asia Pacific region of SNS Lab. Next, please. So SNS Lab is a shared lab platform where we are looking to accelerate the growth of biotech and food tech startups. Next slide. And let's start with the hard truths of startups. Startups are not facing the easiest of journeys, and biotech startups are known to be a lot riskier. As you can see on the left, startups that are in manufacturing and software can get to market and generate revenue much faster. But biotech often needs regulatory approval, BPOM, for example, FDA, for example, before they can start selling. So if the runway for the startups can be lengthened, the startups will have a higher chance of surviving. Also, at the same time, on the right-hand side, you can see that as compared to other startups across, regardless of country or region or industry, and cyber rate. But the reasons why the survival rates are is really also because there's a lot of cost needed to start a biotech. Some say you need $1 million USD in Korea, in other parts of the world to start a biotech startup. But when we look at how much money is being spent, almost 40% are on capex, or so initial capital costs to set up the lab, to have the supplies, to have the equipment, and so on and so forth. Next slide. So we think we have a solution at SNS Labs. Next slide. And we believe by minimizing initial capex investment, the runways of these biotechs can be extended and therefore leading them to greater success. Next. So here I am in South Korea, in Seoul, and in the pop-up capital of South Korea, in Seongsu. This is where we started off with our first lab. It is a 1,200 square meters, a co-working lab model, and that allows has 12 benches, 5 conference room, and a lot of lab features are supported, from tissue culture all the way down to microscopy or microbiology needs. Next. And with that, we have expanded. We set up our second site, which is almost double the space as our first site in Seongsu. This is in Guro, in another part of Seoul, where we are also setting aside dedicated facilities for GMP and also for animal research as well, which is often used in preclinical research. Next. And with that, we are soon going to expand into our third site in the beating heartbeat of South Korea's biopharma manufacturing facilities in Pangyo. And we welcome you the opportunity to come and visit us if you're heading to Seoul on your business or study trip. And also at the same time, we are looking to set up Turion Labs in partnership with Lestari, which is a very similar working model in Indonesia in itself. Next slide. Next slide. So, but we believe it's not just infrastructure that enables innovation. It's also about people as well. Next. And with that, we think our solution can be a lot better. Next. And this is where we think beyond a building, beyond infrastructure, we want to value add, and we want to value that with software. But it's not the typical type of software that you have in mind. Next slide. With our software, once the biotech startups are on board with our platform, they will get to access the other aspects that will allow the biotech startups to succeed. Investments, for example, access to consulting, access to even better education, so that these startups are primed to succeed, whatever their journey would be. Next. And on that note, maybe I'll just switch back to today's talk, which is about biotech, the future is now. And maybe for the next part of biotech, I want to talk about the now, which is making me excited for the current happenings and also the future as well. Next. So some of these events are happening last week, this week, last month, thereabouts. It's very recent and it's all very exciting. We're now seeing genome editing go from a lab discovery into making impact in human lives. And in fact, just last week, we're starting to see the first patient being cured or being treated using genome editing technology, which is a very much core part of precision medicine. Next. We're also starting to see that cancer vaccines 1.0, as we may know, it has been used to prevent cervical cancer. And now we're going to cancer vaccines 2.0, where we can use a vaccine approach to treat cancers that are known to be hard to treat in itself. And these are exciting times that we are living in. Next. And not just for human health, we're also looking at planetary health as well. Genome editing again, we're now making crops such as bananas to be able to be resistant to fungal disease that will cut down a lot on crop losses, but enabling better yield efficiencies as well. Next. And on the other end of the biotech revolution, we have capabilities now where we can biofortify food such that the foods can be a lot more nutritious and at the same time, benefit the planet as well. Next. So that's what's happening now in itself, which was exciting. But what about the future of biotech that we are seeing from my landscape and probably yours as well? Next. So this is where we are looking at the game changers, on the horizon for biotech, which are enabling lab discoveries to life. Next. So for example, we all know about AI. We all know about ChatGPT. AI is here and now, but in the very near future, supercharging what it means for human and clinical biotech. It's affecting a lot of areas, not just from drug discovery, not just from developing better drugs or finding, but also all the way down to clinical trials and enabling personalized medicine, precision medicine, so that the right diseases get the right cures. Next. Also in the area of white biotech, which is using biotech to produce the useful enzymes, useful proteins in itself, we're seeing the up and coming advances that are now in this area where we can enhance the efficiencies, the yields of producing these products, but even also doing it in such a way that it could be automated or be modular as well. Next. So today's presentation is about, our viewpoint about biotech. But what about Southeast Asia? And how does that relate to today's presentation? Next. Well, the thing about it is that we are witnessing a paradigm shift. And we are seeing that in the startup world, we are seeing a lot of startups that started out as platforms evolve into e-commerce and other forms of specialized platforms. And we believe that over time, we will see more interest setting up biohealthcare companies in Southeast Asia, in Indonesia as well. And interestingly, we are also seeing a lot of activities from Korea, where I'm currently at, in expanding their capabilities and functions from South Korea to Southeast Asia, such as Daewon and also Dr. G. Next. And if we are able to, look back in history, recent history in this case, and if we are able to look at different startups on the left-hand side, you can see from e-commerce in Amazon in the US, and then in East Asia, we're seeing Coupang, Alibaba. In Southeast Asia, we see Shopee coming through as a unicorn in itself. And we go down to different areas of startup industries, ride-hailing, payment, video stream. We reckon that in 2010, in our era, we should be excited to see a potential unicorn that's coming up in Southeast Asia that would be focused in biohealth. And also interestingly, on the other hand, next slide, this slide, previous slide, please. Oops. And we are seeing that in Korea, between Korea and Southeast Asia, in the past, we've seen a lot of investments from South Korea to Southeast Asia, but we reckon in this era, we will be seeing not just capital investments, but a two-way traffic where we will see transfer of technology and talent and sharing the experiences to enable Southeast Asia and Indonesia to succeed with a up-and-coming biotech healthcare startup. Next. And we are seeing such happenings that are taking place right now between South Korea and Indonesia. They won't just open very recently a stem cell biologics facility, and just a few years ago, Bioneer also partnered with Indica to manufacture diagnostics and other forms of biotechnology. Next. So we reckon that this new era would allow us to work closely between the private and the government sectors and also researchers to come together at the biomedical campus. And we at SNS Lab are very honored to partner up with Cinemas Land and Lestari to make this vision happen. Next. And on that note, I hope you can join us on a mission to build together a sustainable startup ecosystem for biotech and healthcare here in Indonesia and to benefit Southeast Asia as a whole. Thank you. That's it.
Session, Mr. Alvin. Okay, we're going to next to the Q&A session. Any participant from the room to want to ask? Anyone? Okay, one. Maybe please come forward. Can you come forward? Yeah.
Thank you for opportunity. I'm Tinut from 10 November Institute of Technology.
Okay, yeah.
Partially from the business incubator ITS, our business focus on the carbon capture realm. We have a product in the form of air purifier based of microalgae. However, we are also focusing on problem of processing by product in the form microalgae biomass, which use as antioxidant and probiotic. However, at some point, we have a problem. Usually, product released from biotechnology have a difficulty entering the market because the product market fit is lacking or when entering the market. Biotechnology product must be heavier to meet the market share because it make this product ready to market. Maybe you can any tips about minimal product market fit and how many minimum amount of raw material that produce and how many people can it cover? Thank you.
Thanks for the question, and it's good to know that you're working on addressing a very important issue and potentially using microalgae as a solution. With regards to product market fit, I guess this is where there are some ongoing challenges that I'm observing in startups that are happening, that are growing or starting initially from other markets, South Korea included as well. There is no straight answer in achieving product market fit, but I think it is useful to always find out about, say for example, if we're talking about carbon capture using microalgae, right? Then where are the markets or where are areas, perhaps in Indonesia or outside Indonesia, where carbon capture is going to provide the greatest value? And why is it that some of these existing solutions out there in the market isn't good enough as compared to what you are working on in microalgae? Also, at the same time, maybe it could be possible that the problem is not painful enough for the current your potential customers, and it might be useful to really narrow it down to a particular application where the customer faces this pain every day, and they need that solution yesterday in itself. Could it be some of the power generators that are needing to have a carbon capture solution that they can be ready to partner you up to do a proof of concept, perhaps? And if it's not in Indonesia as a first product or first market, where else can they be? And perhaps this is where we here at Turion Labs will be keen to engage and to support the growth of companies like yourself. Yeah.
Okay. It's answering your question?
Yes, it's enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question from this room? Or we are going to the online participant first, maybe? Okay, so there is question from online participant, Mr. Alvin, from Rizky. Will the lab facility also provide incubations for startup to grow their business, like Temasek did in Singapore?
Interestingly, yeah, I'm based both in Seoul and in Singapore in itself. And it really depends on which part of Temasek you are referring to. It could be the Temasek Life Sciences Accelerator that perhaps could be more relevant to our area. But also at the same time, I guess for us, where we are slightly different from Temasek Life Science Accelerator would be that incubation is a given. Of course, we will do. But I think the next level of opportunities for a startup to grow beyond landing and establishing in our space, it will be also the access to potential proof of concepts, the access to problem statements, the access to investors, maybe not the VCs if they're not ready. Some of them would be, but what other type of investors that will look at your product or solution, understand it enough, and go, you know what, here's some money to push your product forward because I want to buy into your success. And I think that's another form of incubation we can do. There's also the incubation where you will be housed together with your neighboring startup founders that are working on similar problems and challenges, and we want to encourage that peer-to-peer learning. And with additional opportunities at Turion Labs, you may get to interact with global startups that did not start or originate in Indonesia, but are coming to Indonesia in itself, and they bring a different set of learnings, insights, and connections. And we believe that peer-to-peer learning would be useful wherever you are starting from Indonesia or somewhere else to learn together and incubate and grow through Turion Labs. Yeah.
Thank you. And there is one question from online participant. I think this is the one who came to and participate in Career Day UGM on the weekend. I think they came and joined and come to the Turion Lab booth. From Andy, how can I, as a young upcoming undergraduate in biology department, can contribute into the potential of biotechnology? And the second question, are there any opportunity from Turion Lab which I can participate in?
So thank
Yep.
you for the question, Andy. If you're in the audience, so sorry I can't be there in person. But I guess to answer your question, there's two parts. The first part is on how can you contribute as an undergraduate. I believe what could be useful, maybe during summertime or during the vacation breaks, is to look out for opportunities where you can be part of a fast-growing startup, some of the biotech startups, or even getting some form of industry experiences or research experiences through your professors or through the researchers that are based in your university. The second part about it is that I do believe that when Turion Labs becomes operational, we would be welcoming interns. We will be welcoming junior researchers that could be part of the startups that are taking up space or who are joining us in their startup journey, and hopefully you can learn alongside them as well. But also be part of the community where we are going to run seminars, we are going to run sharing sessions between industry and startups, or between large corporates and startups, where I think such activities could also help and benefit your learning as well. And I welcome anyone who are in, whether you're an undergraduate, postgraduate, research fellow, even faculty members as well, who are interested to be part of the Turion Labs journey. Please feel free to reach out to us to see how we can support your journey.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, we have only 1 minute left. Is there any question from this room? Any question? Okay, yay, please. Sorry, this is the microphone. Okay.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Let me introduce myself. My name is Injang Skaryati from Faculty of Biology, Gadjah Mada University. And my question is about genome editing and customer acceptance. As a genome editing is a technology such as CRISPR become more widely used in food innovation and also healthcare. How do you see the role of Turion Labs and also from lab to bridging the gap between scientific innovation and the public acceptance, especially in region with a strong culture and also our ethical concern like Indonesia? Thank you.
Thank you. This is not an easy question to answer, and it's not just an Indonesia challenge. These challenges are also seen in various countries as well, and of course, we are experiencing the era maybe 20 years ago, 10 years ago. People on the street are still concerned about GMOs. And because of that, a lot of innovative solutions with great impact to society are limited in their ability to go to market. I guess in our small capacity in the ecosystem, what could be useful is that we will be hosting visits from who are experts in different parts of the world that are in regulatory approval, and perhaps through sharing sessions, closed door and open public sessions, and maybe interacting with colleagues from BPOM, for example, and the relevant ministries. We hope these sharing sessions can help to provide expert insights and concerns, so that perhaps certain standards, regulatory standards that are accepted in those countries and regions could be applied to Indonesia. At the same time, I believe for innovative technologies like genome editing, a big part of it is about communicating the science to people, men and women on the streets. And I believe with Turion Labs, maybe a small part that we can do is to maybe set up workshops for researchers, startup founders, where they can learn to present better on their own research work and how it impacts society, so that society have a greater understanding and appreciation of the science that we're doing, so that we can get these solutions out to market and really make that impact in society. But this is a small part that we can do at Turion Labs. Yeah.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Alvin. Okay, we are getting closer to the end of this session. Maybe we want to know, do you have any special message related to the topic biotechnology, the future is now, before end the session? Is there any final statement from your side, maybe?
Not really. I think the final part I just want to say is that if whether you're an undergrad student, whether you're a postgrad student or a research fellow, or whether you're faculty, if you are ready to start something, come speak to us. We're happy to support that journey.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Once again, audience, giving a round of applause for Mr. Alvin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alvin, for joining us today. Okay. What a session, yeah. And we will move on to the final speaker. And we have Dr. Rati Asmana Ningrum, MSE, Head of the Research Center for Genetic Engineering and Research Professor at BRIN, Indonesia. I just want to introduce Dr. Rati in more detail. Dr. Rati Asmana Ningrum is a prominent Indonesian scientist specializing in genetic engineering, pharmaceutical biology, and biomedical research. She currently serves as the head of the Research Center for Genetic Engineering at the National Research and Innovation Agency, BRIN. She holds the prestigious title of Research Professor, reflecting her long-standing dedication to advancing life science and biotechnology in Indonesia. And for your information, Dr. Rati also earned both her Master of Science and Doctor of Pharmacy in Pharmaceutical Biology from the Institut Teknologi Bandung, ITB. With more than 2 decades of research leadership, Dr. Rati has directed multiple international collaboration in genetic engineering, biomedical research, and health biotechnology, producing widely cited publication and patent technologies. And now, without any further ado, we all welcome together to this forum, Dr. Rati.
Hello.
Okay, Dr. Rati, can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Okay.
Very clearly.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So I would like to thank to Lestari to invite me to this event. So I would like to share about our strategy in BRIN. Sorry, I have to share my screen first. Okay, so today I will share about our strategy in empowering biotechnology in Indonesia. So my name is Rati. So I'm a Director of Research Center for Genetic Engineering, one of the research center that focus on the modern biotechnology research in BRIN. So let's see what is the biotechnology. So biotechnology is the use of living organism or living system to develop a product or to do like the modification in process or a product for a specific use. So in here we can see the major milestone of the biotechnology. Sorry, I have to use. Okay. So the since Crick and Watson discovered the structure of the DNA, the biotechnology is growing rapidly. In 1986, the FDA approved the first recombinant vaccine in hepatitis B. So this is the application of the biotechnology in medical. Then also the first anti-cancer drug, interferon, is also produced. So in 1987, 1 year after, we also there is a approval for the tomato that genetically modified, or this is the GMO actually, as a virus resistant varieties. So this is the application of biotech in agriculture. And this is on 2001, so the sequence of the human genome published. So this is a very major milestone for the medical biotechnology. And also in 2010, this is the beginning of the synthetic biology era, where the researcher at Venture Institute completely synthesized the chromosome using the machine. Okay, so if we talk about biotechnology, it's broadly can classified into two kind of approach, traditional or modern. In traditional, we know for a very long time that fermentation is also biotechnology. We use fermentation in bread making or brewing, and currently, we also know about the modern biotechnology, for example, like molecular genetics, genetic engineering, and also the genome editing. If you saw here, so if you see here, so traditional to modern biotechnology, it's also there is a rising cost, because the specific facility and specific equipment for the genomic approach, it's need a high investment. So the biotechnology is also has many applications, especially in agriculture and medical, and also the food and fermentation technology, healthcare, and so on. This is just one of the application in healthcare. We know that in pandemic period, we can end the pandemic using the biotechnology product. For example, like vaccine or rapid test or the PCR, that the reagent is developed by the biotechnologists. Okay, then. So biotechnology is playing a very important role currently. We know that we are facing the big issue globally, climate change, that not only affected the environment actually, but it has a effect to our two most important thing in our life, food and also health. So in food, we know that there is a drought, or also maybe the suboptimal land for the crops. So the crops get the more abiotic and biotic stress. So that's why we facing the problem like reduce for crop yields and also many crop disease. In 2050, so the prediction is more than half of irrigated rice Asia will face 20% loss, yeah, due to climate change. So if we see here, that's the food security index of Indonesia. We are the fourth in Southeast Asia country. So we still have to make more policy and regulation to improve our food security. So biotechnology is the key to sustainable food resilience, because we can modify the crops to become more tolerant to drought or resistant to disease, so we can get more yield for the crops. And also the climate change not only impact the food but also health. There will be more infectious disease due to vector-borne, waterborne due to climate change. So, because there is a biodiversity loss globally, so the wildlife will increase contact with the livestock, with the human also. So currently there are more than 1.7 viruses in wild, in mammals and in birds, that and more than a half that could be infect humans. So this is, we are facing the another pandemic. So we have to prepare here is biotechnology like a frontline defense. Yeah. So because biotechnology can produce vaccine, yeah, molecular detection, rapid detection, yeah, to overcome the pandemic. So how to use the biotechnology as a frontline defense? Yeah. So we have to master the key technologies or technique or tools, yeah, for biotechnology. So for example, like gene editing, synthetic biology, genomic bioinformatic tools, including the AI, yeah. But unfortunately, in Indonesia, only a low number of scientists that expert in this modern biotechnology. For example, like gene editing, bioinformatic, synthetic biology. So that's why it's a very big homework for us in BRIN, to create a critical mass, yeah, of the biotechnologies. So there is a problem in Indonesia actually. It is the low critical mass of the expertise, and also the research only dominated by government institution. And unfortunately, there are also sectoral ego, lack of collaboration. So that's why BRIN was established in 2021, yeah, to create a research and innovation ecosystem where all the stakeholders can grow and collaborate. So our ultimate goal is to improve the competence and also capacity of Indonesian researcher. Yeah, so that's why BRIN spends 70% of the budget to the human resources to improve the competence and also the capacity of the researcher. Yeah, only 20% to research infrastructure and only 10% to research funding. Okay, so this is the three roles of brain function as a policy support. We support the evidence science-based evidence, you have to make a policy for the ministry, yeah, and also we also as a funding agency, so we provide research funding, facilitation, and also research mobility program, infrastructure, not only for brain researcher, but also for all of the stakeholders. And the third is executing agency. So BRIN also conduct research and innovation activity. And there are several strategies from BRIN to improve ecosystem to improve science and innovation ecosystem in Indonesia. The first is we add the regulation and policies. For example, like mandatory to submit and save primary scientific data. So BRIN become the manager for this all of the scientific data in Indonesia. Specifically in biodiversity, in Indonesian biodiversity. So, and also BRIN provide like the National Talent Management Program. So, that provide many scholarship, many scheme, for the student, to get the funding so they can become biotechnologists, and also open research infrastructure. So the biotechnology needs a very high investment of the facility and equipment. So many institutions use equipment and facility together with BRIN. So university, for example, doesn't need to invest the biotech laboratory or biotech equipment, because you can use together with us. So BRIN, we are become a hub and multi-parties enabler for the lecturer, student, and also for the businessman. Yeah, you can use the many infrastructure and also network. Even the researcher in BRIN, you can use the researcher in BRIN in conduct research or business activities. So this is the third strategy. So the third strategy is we provide many scholarship. There are 100 students that working with us as a research assistant, and we also give them scholarship, not only in Indonesian university, but also overseas university. So feel free to contact me if you interested with this program, because many students also from Gadjah Mada University, and many university now working in BRIN as research assistant or as a student that conduct the research with the supervisor from BRIN. And then also we provide funding for visiting professor, visiting researcher. So there are 100 visiting professor and visiting researcher, overseas, that working now in BRIN. And the other strategy is we provide funding for research. So this is track record based evaluation of proposal. So there is no privilege become a BRIN researcher. We have to compete nationally to get the funding from BRIN. With many type of the funding, for example, like marine expedition, research-based startup, even startup, we can give the funding. And also the biotechnology research. And the last is the open access facility. There are many biotech facility in BRIN. This is just the example of the laboratory in BRIN. We have the genomic laboratory that is very big with the cryo-electron microscope as the first cryo-EM, maybe only a few in Southeast Asia. So this is a very big investment. 300 billion rupiah, so 300 miliar. It is not, it's very big money. So you can use this facility together with us, biosafety laboratory, animal biosafety laboratory, and so on. This is, and also after the funding, we have, because we are also conducting research, so we have a research organization that's specifically working with the biotechnology. So this is the organization structure of BRIN, where the chairman of BRIN responsible to directly to Indonesian president. So there are deputies here that are more working with the regulation and research policy, but there is also research organization that are conducting research. There are 12 research organizations, and one of the research organization is Life Sciences and Environment that working most with the biotechnology. So under research organization, there are 8 research centers, so including my research center for genetic engineering. So in research organization for life sciences and environment, we are working from the discovery of Indonesian biotechnology, environment, and also utilization. Yeah, and this is just some of example research program in biotechnology. So there are discovery and characterization of omic data, biotechnology-based product development, structural biology program, and banana research program. So this is research center for genetic engineering. So we focus on mastery the key technology in bioengineering, for example, like genome editing, synthetic biology, that focus on the 3 taxa, microbe, plant, and animal. So this is the example of the research in BRIN. So for example, like in agriculture, using the modern biotechnology approach. So how we have like herbicide tolerant corn using genome editing as a collaboration of PT Raja and also BRIN, and also cassava, yeah, for high yield, high nutrition, and also rice, yeah, that's resistant to disease as a collaboration Wilmar Genta. This is the big biotech company in Indonesia, and also BRIN, and also the vaccine, yeah, for tuberculosis as a collaboration of the Etana University of New South Wales of Australia, and also BRIN. So and also the last is the collaboration of the banana. Yeah, this is very big project. We get the funding from the Gates Foundation. There are more than 20 students that get the scholarship from this program. So to conclude, yeah, BRIN has ultimate goal to improve Indonesian researcher capability and competence, including the capability in biotech. So we are a collaboration hub and multi-party enabler for global engagement. So we open the infrastructure funding for national talent research and innovation fund and facilitation to accelerate the biotechnology based product. I think that's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rati. Okay, is there any question? Maybe we continue with Q&A from this room. Any question first? Okay, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for the explanation, Miss. What I would like to ask is regarding that breeder is also like one of the we can say organizations which also connected to BRIN as well. So last time I was visiting breeder of Kota Semarang because it's like recently being separated from Bapeda, if I'm not mistaken. So Bapeda becomes Bapeda and Brida. So in that sense, I would like to ask whether there is a kind of like connecting program or projects within the BRIN itself as the national center with the Brida, because we know that each Brida in each region has their own agenda as well, because it's connected with the each regional government. So how does it go? How does it work basically? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Rati, silakan.
Okay. So thank you for the question. Yes, currently we have a strong collaboration with the government in each province or city. So in Brida, actually, before there is a regular meeting to discuss the opportunity to propose the research activity between the breeder in certain province and brain researcher. Uh, there are several research activity actually that already succeed, yeah, to propose the funding also from BRIN. So if you if you need more detailed information about this, I can share you the contact of the PIC from Deputy of Brida, yeah, that working with the annual agenda to conduct the like this for more like FGD or the annual meeting between Brida and Brain Researcher. So I can share you the PIC contact.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Dr. Ati. I will in touch with you and give the contact. Yeah, sure. Thank you. Okay. Is there any question from participant on site before we? Okay. Okay. Please a moment. Micro. There. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for the time that given to me. My name is Valeria. I'm from Universitas Gadjah Mada. Best biotechnology topics is about precision medicine and gene editing, lab-grown meat, probiotics, microbe, and synthetic biology. Has the field or topic of sustainable material in biotechnology already developed? Or maybe what is the future prospect of sustainable materials? For example, that my project in chemical engineering is making nanosilica as a fertilizer ingredients to make plants more fertile. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, actually, there is a specific research center that working with the bio-based materials. So, because my expert, our research center is only working with the genetic modification. So we are working closely with the all of the research center in BRIN. So for example, if the the research center for biomass and bioproduct that specifically working with the biomaterials in BRIN, like working with the lignin, hemicellulosa, and so on, they will ask us to do like the genetically modification to the source or to the process. So in BRIN currently we are working with the many materials, so including the cellulose, yeah, lignin, and also we are working with the many protein as a matrix, yeah, or in using as the like the cell culture, yeah. But because I'm not the expert for the bio-based material, so I can ask the researcher and also the research center for biomass and bioproduct, yeah, to share the focus, their focus on the biomaterials. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ati. And I think we have several questions from online participants, but I will choose only one because time. Okay, so the first, the last question would be, does BRIN have any downstreaming initiatives, Ibu, from researchers that directly touch businesses or the market within biotechnology? Mungkin hilirisasi ya, Bu. Yep.
Yeah, actually in BRIN, the downstream process, we because our focus in actually in the research, so for like downstream, like commercialization of the product, we are working together with the private sector like industry. So for example, we develop like specific enzymes. So since the beginning, we have a research collaboration, for example, like with the PT enzyme. So after we finish the product, then the PT enzyme will do like the commercial license to the product that developed as a result of the collaboration research. So they will take over the downstream process and do like the bigger scale of the production. But a brain researcher can also collaborate with the activities. And there is a specific director in BRIN that working with the downstream process of the research. There is a deputy of research and innovation utilization. So the directorate of the private sector collaboration will execute this, but it's depend on what is the private sector need, or what is the specifically helirization for this. For example, if you do the want to do commercialization of the product, you can if the need is to do like a preclinical or clinical assay, so we can help you to also connect it with the private industry and also hospital, to conduct the test. But if you just need the helirization only for like do like the production in certain facility, we can also help you to Deputy of Infrastructure Research and Innovation that provide open platform facility for like the specific laboratory. For example, we have CPOTB, cara pembuatan obat terstandar yang baik, facility laboratory in Serpong. You can also use the facility, or we are still set up the CGMP facility, current good manufacturing process for the biological product, for vaccine, for the like antibodies. So you can use the facility also. So it's depend of what you need for your helirization of the product. So we will try to help you. Or if you need the funding, supporting funding, like for the further test, BRIN also actually provide the specific scheme for that. So we provide like a specific scheme funding for the preclinical and clinical assay, for the medical product. So I think that's.
Thank you, Dr. Rati. Is there any final message, Ibu, from your side to the audience related to the topic, maybe? Yep.
Okay, so I hope that this event can become a beginning of the new collaboration for us. So we are very welcome to all of you. If you want to join us in research activities, or if you want to become a visiting researcher or visiting professor, and also for student, you can do like the internship in BRIN. So many scheme for the biotechnology actually, and many funding also. Please use it and utilize it, so you can improve your competency and capacity to become a good biotechnologist. So we are welcome you anytime if you want to visit us, yeah, to see the laboratory or to discuss more about the research about the capacity building program. Yeah, so please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Thank you very much, Dr. Rati, for your time and joining us today in the Future Deep Tech Forum. Okay, I think this is the end of this session, the Future Deep Tech Forum 2025. To conclude, I just want to say thank you for all staying us today with us today with insightful sessions. In the morning, we began with learning how the journey into the world of the novel foods guided by Professor Sri Hargo and Dr. Dominic Jong, and then we move in the specific topic, which is biotechnology in the session 2, where Mr. Alvin and Dr. Rati inspired us with their expertise on how modern biotech innovation and access to the laboratories as the research center are shaping the opportunity for collaboration across sectors and resilient innovations. And once again, one behalf of the organizing team, the Turion Lab, UGM Science Technopark, thank you to all of our speakers for sharing their value insight today. And I think I will just giving back to the MC. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Mr. Leo. Please give a big applause to Mr. Leo as moderator. And also thank you so very much for your valuable contribution for this session. For all speakers, Mr. Alvin and Dr. Rati Amaning Room. Thank you so very much. And of course, your insightful presentation and shared knowledge are greatly appreciated and will be very useful to us in this session. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to photo session, but we hold on for a while. Okay. Professor Sangkompiang, as head of IBMO, please move forward to have photo with moderator, and also please show the speakers on Zoom meeting. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we will have photo session between moderator, speakers, and also head of IPMO UGM, Professor Sangkompiang. Please give your big smile, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1, capture. Please clenching your right hand together. 3, are you ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, capture. Thank you so very much once again to Mr. Alvin and Dr. Rati, and also Mr. Leo, and of course Professor Sangkompiang. And ladies and gentlemen, so we have come to our end of occasion of Future Deep Tech Forum 2025 this afternoon. Thank you so very much for your appreciation to joining us today. And on behalf of Turion Lab and UGM Science Technopark, we sincerely thank you for your participation in the Future Deep Tech Forum 2025. We hope today's discussions have inspired new ideas, connections, and collaborations. And let us continue to work together to shape the future of food, biotechnology, and innovation for a more sustainable world. Thank you so very much, and we wish you all a wonderful day ahead. Good afternoon. Baik Bapak Ibu hadirin sekalian.